Low-key, situations like this are why I am so happy that I dropped religion a long time ago. Because I kind of know that if I still believed in all that stuff, I probably would have been one of these people thinking that the rapture was going to happen, standing somewhere in some park so that, I don't know, I can levitate somewhere. Anyway, let's get into the video.
So my family, what started as a prediction?
Jesus physically appeared in front of me
Phew.
and told me on the 23rd and the 24th of the Feast of Trumpets in September 2025, I will come to take my church.
And supported by some supposed confirmations.
God wanted me to go on this 3-day fast. The level of clarity that you get when you go on a 3-day no food fast is unmatched.
So this one went on a fast and they confirmed that the rapture is going to take place. And we even saw people selling their things.
They're taking it? No, this is my baby, man. This has been my baby for years.
So most of us just thought it was going to happen on the 23rd of September or maybe on the 24th. But the brother went on to narrow it down to even give us the specific day. And he said the 23rd. And he said that when the 24th of September comes, he would have gone by the rapture.
To the people who are opposing my message, who look at me and think I am just one more, and even pull up scriptures, to oppose what I'm saying. This is what I have to say to you.
It's the fact that he said this too, and sorry if I stutter and pause a bit because I don't have any notes down for my ideas, I'm just freestyling here. But it's the fact that he said anyone that opposes him, and he added that part into his whole explanation, trying to, I don't know, I guess solidify people's trust in him. It's the fact that he added this bit that kind of even makes it even worse, because he's also playing into the fact that, a lot of people are now turning away from religion and realizing that a lot of the people running it are corrupt. So he's not really helping himself, trying to, I don't know, make himself look more credible by saying anybody who opposes me. And to be honest, that doesn't even make you credible. That just makes you look controlling, at least to someone with a few brain cells in their head. It looks controlling. I don't know, I genuinely believe that some of the people, some pastors and some people that, are at the top running, these religious churches or whatnot, I genuinely believe a lot of them are obsessed with control. There's this craving to control people. Notice how I said anyone that opposes me and not anyone that opposes God. So in the end, they're thinking of themselves most of the time, because those are the words they often use, those are the phrases they often use, who oppose me. So it's just to try and solidify control. And to be honest, I don't know why he got up here and done this. There's so many people out there with religious psychosis. I used to be someone with religious psychosis, and as someone that has had religious psychosis, I know how crazy people that believe this stuff's emotions can be, and how they can just genuinely, wholeheartedly think that something is going to happen on the 23rd, as he said. And I don't know, I think he's a South African pastor. I don't know, I've been on TikTok and I've heard some people say that, he's South African. Like people were, saying, oh, why did you believe him? Like some people were just already laughing at the fact that people were genuinely believing a South African pastor. Now, I don't know the law of South African pastors, but I'm sure it's crazy, and that's why some people are side-eyeing what he said. But there are a lot of people who genuinely believe that stuff. They sold houses, cars, whole laptops, things that are valuable in their life. And it's so funny because there are people online literally that bought the stuff from these Christians that believed that the rapture's coming, and they are literally on TikTok saying, I'm not giving any cars back, I'm not giving the house back, I'm not giving your laptop back. They're planning on keeping whatever these Christians that believed that the rapture's coming they're planning on keeping whatever belongings they got given. And it's so funny. I don't even know why this pastor got up here and said that and caused so much confusion, because literally the Bible, I'm pretty sure in the Bible when it talks about the rapture, it says nobody will know the time that it happens. So I don't know why I got on it and said this. And this is what I mean by they want control. And a part of people wanting control is they want people to believe that they're special. So I'm wondering what he thinks makes him so special to where all of a sudden the rules don't apply to him, or where all of a sudden that just means that people need to not oppose him and his message. That's just my thoughts. And this is why I believe a lot of people that want control, they want some kind of deification for no reason, no good reason. They just want control and some special treatment for people to just believe everything they say and not oppose anything. I mean, what makes you think that the Bible, that is supposedly the Word of God, that clearly says that you will not know the day or the time of the rapture, that says it, what makes you think that you getting on camera and all of a sudden saying that there's a specific date it's going to happen, what makes you think that people are just obligated to believe you and not oppose you? Like, I don't know, I just think there's a large amount of self-importance that he's placed on himself. And this is what I've noticed a lot of corrupt pastors do. They place a lot of self-importance on themselves and they mask it, and they disguise it as them being devoted to God. And they're just, God's messenger and you must listen to them. It's control. It's purely control. And this reminds me of this thing that kind of happened around 2021 in the spiritual community. Not really like, I don't know, it's not like anything to do with like Abrahamic religions, but this was like way back. I don't remember around what year it was. I think it was around 2021, or maybe even before that, maybe 2018. I don't know, but I'm trying to recall like certain memories. Sorry if I'm like thinking a little bit while speaking, but I remember there was this time. This was one of the time when I freshly deconstructed, and I used to be listening to all these spiritual people or whatnot, these Afrocentric spirituals and whatnot. And those people that when they hear me say it and they know what sector I'm talking about, they're probably going to know exactly what I'm going to say. This reminds me of the time where there was this huge fear mongering that these spiritual leaders were talking about, where they were talking about this date called December 21st, saying that December 21st would be the time when this old world came to an end. And some people saying different stuff, saying that the Anunnaki are gonna come down, there's gonna be an alien invasion, the alien's gonna be black, literally like making December 21st sound like it's going to be the end times or whatnot and the start of some new beginning. This reminds me of the time when they were all like, I don't know, acting crazy about December 21st. Like, I specifically remember that time. And I don't know, ironically, this was around the time I started like side-eyeing the whole spiritual community, because putting a specific date on something I don't know, deep down, I didn't expect anything to happen, and nothing did happen. So I just continued with my life, and it's like, that was when I kind of like went like, boo, this is trash. And like I completely like left it. But yeah, this reminds me of the time back then when people in the spiritual community were crazy about the date December 21st. And now this whole rapture thing is going on, where people are believing that the rapture is going to happen on, I don't know, was it September the 23rd or whatnot? Yeah, it's crazy to me. And it comes to show that the religious psychosis does not just stop at just Abrahamic religions. It doesn't. It can also happen in the spiritual community. That's also one of the reasons why I keep my distance from that community as well, because they are prone to just as much toxicity as religious communities as well. I mean, they may not be religious, but they are prone to cult-like behavior and I don't know, encouraging like religious psychosis like this. So yeah, this is just I don't know, I'm freestyling, sorry if I'm stuttering a bit, but this is just my thoughts on it. It reminds me so much of that time when people were crazy about December 21st. Thinking that something was going to happen, something big was going to happen on December 21st, and then nothing happened. And look here, this South African pastor got online and said that the rapture is happening on September 23rd, and nothing happened. I don't know what is possessing people to go online and then make these wild claims that stuff like the end of the world or rapture or I don't know, aliens coming down is going to happen at a certain date. Like, why would you say that? Like, why would you do that? Like, that feels like you're setting yourself up for embarrassment. Like, people are betting their entire lives on this. People are giving up important belongings they have just because they believe that the date that you gave out is truly the end of the world. It's ridiculous. Like, don't do that stuff. Why would you do that? Are you crazy? Do you know what? Most people in these kind of spaces are crazy. I'm not even going to ask that.
To the people who are opposing my message, who look at me and think I am just one more, and even pull up scriptures, to oppose what I'm saying. This is what I have to say to you. On that day of the 23rd, who is God going to back up? You or me? Whose words are going to fall to the ground? Mine or yours? I'll say this again. The date of the 23rd, which is going to be the rapture of the church, this date is irrefutable.
It's final.
Oh, really? I wonder. Then, how do we disprove anything that you've said? There's no way to prove it or disprove anything. You just got on here and fearmongered. How could we? You can't prove it. We can't disprove it. This is what I mean by these people. They have self-importance and a thirst for control. That's all it is. Self-importance and a thirst for control. Even the way he said it. Whose words will fall, mine or yours? Something like that he said. Basically trying to compare I don't know what. It's like they have this hierarchy in their head. I know they do. Okay? And they place themselves on a higher hierarchy than other people. And literally, they believe anything they say should be considered like gold. Okay? And then other people's need to be discarded. That's how simple it is. That's how simple it is. Literally comparing their words and saying, whose words will fall, mine or yours? I don't remember it word for word, but it's definitely implying a comparison and implying that what he said holds more weight than her. Of course what he said holds more weight than what she would say. I'm assuming she's not the pastor, she's not the one with a large following and a congregation. I'm assuming this guy must have a large following and a big congregation, or maybe at least, a good amount of money for him to be able to have this much influence over people. I'm assuming. But, yeah, of course people are going to believe what you said. There are a lot of people out there that are religious and got religious psychosis. And therefore, people like you who say any bit of rubbish, they will believe it. So, of course, your words hold a lot more weight. By default. Not because you have anything important to say. We can't prove what you're going to say. We can't prove it's going to happen. We can't prove it. We can't disprove it either. But I guess now we can, because the date that you said the rapture would happen has passed and nothing has gone by. So I guess in a way, yeah. Another point for the non-believers, I guess. Or anyone with some common sense. You don't even have to be a non-believer. Anyone with some common sense who's actually read the Bible. Because even the Bible says that the rapture, nobody will know when it happens. So yeah, this guy has to be super narcissistic. Like, I just can't get over it. He has to be elite narcissist. And simply because I am a black woman that came from, a religious household, had religious psychosis, that when I see, black people like getting into this, it kind of aches my heart a little bit, because I know how gullible we are to anything that is spiritual or religious. If we're not heavily religious, then we do tend to be heavily spiritual, and it doesn't always work out the best way for us, because I don't know, it's like we have this it's like we have this void in us where we need to fill it with something to do with spirituality, and that's okay, but sometimes it just leads us into situations where we're joining cults. We don't even know that we're doing that. And it's that need for, you know, a higher source, a higher power to care about us. And then we seek that through others. And in the end, we end up being gullible, easily manipulated. So, of course, you know, when I heard about this whole Rapture thing, I already knew that there was going to be a bunch of black people believing this stuff. And, you know, when I went on TikTok to just, you know, check out the videos, sure enough, I came across a clip of a bunch of black people in Africa standing in some forest, shouting and screaming at the sky because they believe that the rapture is going to happen. They believe they're going to start levitating, literally shouting praises, screaming, like literally someone was screaming. But yeah, all just standing in this remote forest, just looking up at the sky, screaming and shouting, praising God or whatnot. I wasn't surprised, but I was really like, you know, disappointed. Like I was like, oh, my people will never be free. I was just watching that video like, oh my God. And personally, I have said that I do believe it would be better if black people dropped religion and that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, I don't have a problem with anyone believing in Abrahamic religions. I just have my personal beliefs. I just think that religion has never done us any good. But yeah, seeing that video really just it kind of just I don't know. It did disappoint me that a bunch of people were believing that, and especially me being half West African, I know how religious Africans can be, how they genuinely believe some of the most wildest and ridiculous stuff pertaining to Abrahamic religions. So I already knew that I was going to see my people in the mix genuinely believing this nonsense and literally like doing the craziest stuff to, I don't know, get ready for the supposed rapture. Like I already knew. So yeah, that bit just kind of reminded me that a lot of us still believe that stuff.
I don't even know what to say. Listen, y'all out in the forest looking at the sun, thinking that if you shout louder, if you give him a hallelujah, he's gonna come. My people, the Bible says that my people perish for lack of knowledge. We don't read our Bibles. We take the words of a prophet or a pastor and we just run with it. We gotta be like the Berean church and start really holding these pastors and prophets accountable. Maybe we just need to go on a fast and just read our word. You know what I'm saying? No more sermons for the next 30 days for you guys. Just you and the scriptures. While you're here, my new book, Trust Without Borders, is out and available for sale. Learn how to deepen your trust in God. Just click the link in my bio or comment trust, and I'm gonna send you the link. My God, we got.
And I know some of us that are, we're not in a state of religious psychosis where we can look at this and we can laugh and we think it's funny. But stuff like this is so dangerous. Like, if people can believe this and act upon it, doing stuff like standing in spaces where they genuinely believe they're going to start flying and, God's going to take them away up into heaven. If a man can get on camera, say something as crazy as that, imagine what these people would do if, one person eventually came on and said that it was God's will in order for them to get to heaven, they had to, delete themselves. Some people would actually do it. There would be entire families encouraging their kids to commit mass self-deletion to get to heaven. I know it sounds wild, but it is true. The way people believe some of the craziest things without using their own mind, it's literally dangerous. So, I feel this may sound wild, but I genuinely believe that there needs to be some kind of law in place in every country against people that do stuff like this, against people that I don't know, go too far with religion, especially religious leaders, to hold them accountable for doing very dangerous stuff like this. This is dangerous stuff. I know we're laughing at this, but this is dangerous. Like, imagine if he said to do something more dangerous to people. Like, if he told them to jump off a cliff, they would ask, how high do you want the cliff to be? Like, it's dangerous. It's really dangerous. I know this is hilarious to us right now, but this is some dangerous stuff. When you have that much influence, power over people, when I don't believe in anyone having power over you, I believe in people having influence over you, and by them having influence, they already have the power. But okay, one and the same thing. But by you having that much influence and going on a platform and saying something like that, yeah, you need to face some consequences for literally, I don't know, setting people's religious psychosis ablaze and causing them to literally pause their whole day, sell all their belongings for something like this. Like, I don't know, there needs to be some kind of punishment for this. Like, I don't know, I'm getting tired of these pastors that just want nothing but control. I genuinely believe that they want control and they get a kick out of seeing people in fear. Like, I don't know, I don't know why I think this. I genuinely believe that they get a kick out of seeing people in fear, because a lot of these people under religion, they I don't feel like they actually like love God, and I understand that. How can you love someone that you don't see or you don't hear? You have to pretend to see and hear them. But I genuinely don't believe that they love God. I believe they fear him. And I believe a lot of these narcissistic leaders, religious leaders, these narcissistic pastors, they take advantage of people's fear and they use that to control people. And I genuinely think they get a kick out of seeing that they can say anything and tell people to do anything, and that people will do it, because they believe that obeying them in a way is obeying God, and they're scared of God. Like, I don't know, there's a certain level of just I don't know, there's a certain level of I guess sadistic qualities that I see in someone that can literally do that. Like, you are an agent of chaos if you do stuff like this. Why would you get on a camera and tell people something like this? You need consequences. Like, people sold important belongings for your lie that you got on camera and said, as a religious leader. And I'm gonna delve into another little story, just to show how gullible a lot of people are to things like this and why this is dangerous. There was this pastor, I think there was a pastor in Mexico, and he literally, I think you guys have probably heard of this on maybe Facebook or Instagram stories or maybe even TikTok. This Mexican pastor got in front of his congregation and said something like, oh, if you give me your money, then, you know, I'll be able to buy you guys a mansion in heaven. And people were giving him the money. Like, it's the way these pastors use people's gullibility. I don't even know if gullibility is a word, but I'm a roll with it for this video. It's the way these people use their supporters' gullibility to feed themselves. And it's really annoying knowing that these people do this, because a lot of these people that attend these churches, they're not as often well off as their religious leader. They're often poor, they're often in some form of struggle, and yet they give up what they need, which is money. The world wants money. As much as money is the root of all evil, it is what people need in this time and age in society. Like, it's not, I don't know, like, people can't do without money nowadays. But they're already poor, okay? Most of the time, these people that attend these churches that are gullible to their pastors' messages, pastors that specifically do stuff like this, they're often poor, they're often working class, and they give their hard-earned money, a large portion of their money, to the pastor, who's probably spending it on a yacht somewhere. I don't even know if I pronounced that correctly, but you know what I mean, them big fancy boats. He's probably using the money to go and travel to Dubai. He's probably using that money to go on holidays. He's probably using that money to buy another mansion and a new jet. It's not going to heaven. Even though I don't believe in God, why would God, who's supposed to be an all-loving source, okay? Why would God need physical materialistic stuff? Why would God need that? Why would God need that stuff? What's going on? Every Sunday, like, I don't know, I really wish people would wake up. I mean, it's okay to believe in God, but when it comes to you self-sacrificing yourself and the things that you need at your expense, that's where the line should be cut. There's no reason that you should be giving up your important belongings for this God that supposedly loves you. If he loved you, then he wouldn't be asking you to sacrifice all the stuff you need for him. And it's the way people think that they're gonna get some of the stuff back. Like, no, that money's not coming back. You're gonna go to work and then you're gonna work for the same thing again. But I guess in their eyes, that means God provided. God will provide, they love to say that. I am venting because, I'm sorry, as someone that used to have religious psychosis, this really triggers me and kind of pisses me off. Because why would he do that? Like, I know how gullible I would have been if I still believed in that stuff. And, thankfully I don't anymore. But knowing that there are still people out there that literally feed off people's vulnerability to receiving the quote-unquote message of God, knowing that really just sets me off. Because I know there are people that are going to genuinely believe that, and they will do anything that, a pastor with a microphone and some money says that looks like God is blessing him. Because he has some fancy suit and a huge congregation and money. Like, people think, oh, God must be blessing him. You don't know if that guy's a crook and what he did for his money. I am venting, I'm sorry. But I'm sorry, a lot of them corrupt pastors, they move like crooks. They got a lot of money, and then when you look behind it, they have some shady history. They're always taking a bunch of money from their less fortunate congregation members. Like, it's just really irritating. I really hate it. They literally Claude Frollo's out here, putting on a mask. I hate that for people.
I say again, you have to listen to what I say, because the words that are coming out of my mouth are coming straight from the mouth of the Almighty God.
So people won't be raptured at the same time?
They will be raptured at the same time, but same time is
in between. In the time zones.
Time
okay.
zones, yes.
Okay.
Australia is on the 24th. On the same time, we are on the 23rd.
Okay.
So when the rapture happens, others are on the 23rd, others are on the 24th. So I'll be doing a live for the whole day, because many people have said that we want to see what he's going to say on the 25th. And some have said that he will disappear on the 25th because, it won't happen. And some have said I'll be coming up with excuses, to explain away why the rapture never happened.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not going anywhere, I'm not running. On the 23rd, I want to be looking at everybody who will be tuning into this live.
So that means you're going to be raptured during the live.
So if it happens, I want to drink coffee. If it happens, I want to drink coffee, and while I'm drinking the coffee, I'm raptured. I don't know.
They must be left with the coffee cup.
But my prayer is that I drink the coffee.
Yeah.
And I come back to the live, and the rapture happens while I'm on the live. That is what I'm actually hoping for. So if it's possible, I'll drink the coffee in the live, because I want to show people that God exists.
Yeah.
You know what? I take back what I said before. I assumed that he might have been a pastor of money, but now that I'm looking at this, I'm having a second thought. I don't know much about him, but I'm assuming that maybe he's desperate. Maybe his TikTok is dead. Okay? Maybe his Instagram is dead, Maybe his YouTube channel is dead. Okay? By dead, I mean boring. I should have censored that out, but I've already spoken anyways. Okay? Maybe his social media platforms are boring, and this is, I don't know, a way for him to get clout. A way for him to get lots of people on his live. A way for him to get views. A way for him to get attention. And judging by this day and age where people are willing to literally sacrifice their souls for any drop of attention, anything that will get them viral, okay? The way people move nowadays, where they will do anything to be internet famous, I would not be surprised if he's part of that demographic of people. And truly, I guess he won. He got a bunch of people to pay attention to what he's saying. He got a bunch of people believing what he said. So, technically, now that I think about it, you don't have to be a pastor with a bunch of money to have this level of influence. Yeah, you just need a bunch of people with religious psychosis that don't think for themselves. That will give you props and the reaction that you want, which is views he wants. I guess September 23rd was not the day of Rapture. December 23rd was probably a day he wanted the most views on his live, the most attention he wanted. Because I'm noticing even the way he speaks, how he refers everything back to me. Oh, listen to what I'm saying. Oh, my words are heavier than yours. My words, hold more weight than yours or whatnot. The way he speaks, the way he places self-importance on himself, this also sounds like someone that wants attention. He is an attention seeker. And attention seekers always do these really strange stuff where they do these wild things that the average person would not do in order to get eyes on them. And this situation really does look like this. This is an all eyes on me situation. He wants attention. Like, I genuinely believe that partly this guy wants attention. He wants attention, he wants views. He wants clout. And he got it. I'm literally tired. I'm gonna end this video soon. But yeah, you guys be safe out there. Literally, people are out here doing anything.
And I'm a very, very private person. And I told Michael that me going publicly, knowing the backlash that might happen against me, I would do it all over again because I'm doing it for Jesus.
Well, I'll leave you to do the judging. I won't crucify the brother. Maybe he just saw a vision that he failed to properly interpret. That's all I would say, So that's all I can say. It's really, rather sad that we have to see a brother being embarrassed like this and all those things. So I'll meet you in the next one, as always, to share thoughts, like, share, comment, and subscribe. God bless you.
He's a good guy.
It's officially 12:04. And still watching.
Today is the day! Let's go!
Rapture trip tip number 5. When you finally start moving up into the air, I recommend that you don't hold on to anything. I definitely don't recommend looking down. Just keep calm, take a deep breath.
It's Rapture Day, and I am so excited. Look at all these goodies our neighbors are throwing out. You'll never guess we found a 1969 Sputnik floor lamp that's worth just over $2,000.
I am so honored to be your mommy. You have been such a gift, and I will see you in heaven.
Okay, me and Max are ready for the rapture. He's not going either. He didn't want to go. He's gonna stay with me.
Hold on, I don't think you guys understand, bro. They genuinely thought Jesus was coming. Like, all those people thought Jesus was coming. Like, the way they was reaching their hands, they probably thought the sunlight, they thought that beam, that ray of light was Jesus coming, bro. Like, it's actually bad. It's actually so sad. So I'm not going to lie to you. It's so sad. Because what do you mean? Like, whoever started that rumor is such a... Whoever started that rumor has to go. They've got to go. They had the whole village thinking that Jesus was stepping foot on earth. What the fuck? Like, it really doesn't make sense. I don't know how. And it's like, apparently every single person that knew that Jesus was coming back, like the rapture was happening, they sold their house, they gave money away, they donated. So now what? Now what happens to you? Where, like, now do you live in the streets? Are you, like, homeless now or something? Like, guys, this is serious. This is crazy.
Yo, shout out to the Christian homie that sold me his 4070 Alienware laptop because he thinks the rapture is gonna happen today. Yo, bro, don't hit me up tomorrow. Don't hit me up tomorrow. You'll be blocked. Don't hit me.
Oh my God, it's finally happening! Yeah!
Is he okay? No, he's having an episode or some sort of psychotic break or something. I think the fan was on too high and it sent him into psychosis.
I'm flying.